can I be certain I'm not a vulnerable narcissist? This is a question that every victim of narcissistic abuse asks themselves, sometimes several times a day. We're going to break it down in this video. Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the hidden narcissists in your life, identify their impact on your life, then turn that trauma and that drama into gold, becoming stronger and more powerful than you ever were before. If this sounds like exactly what you need, click subscribe, click that notification bell so that you're notified of each and every video. Today we're talking about how you can be sure that you are not a vulnerable narcissist. I know the pain of this question. I know the agony of not knowing the answer. If you're asking yourself this question, know that it is very common for narcissist victims to ask themselves this very thing, sometimes several times a day. It's very confusing when you've been gaslit for a very long time. You've been literally trained to believe something is wrong with you. And for many, your willingness to believe that didn't start with this relationship. You developed codependent or emotionally dependent traits in childhood or in a previous relationship. Those codependent or emotionally dependent traits make you feel intense shame, make you seek acceptance, approval, and love from others, make you feel the need to control your environment, make you have difficulty setting healthy boundaries, make you a people pleaser, make you extremely loyal, even at your own risk, and make you disconnected from your own emotions and needs. Here's where it gets confusing. Most narcissists are codependent also. People used to think narcissist and codependence were on opposite ends of the spectrum. It's now thought that that is not true. So is your perfectionism seeking approval out of codependency? Or is it a need to feel superior due to narcissism? Is your controlling nature a narcissistic desire for power and control? Or is it an attempt to control any aspect of your life when it feels completely out of your control? Is your people-pleasing designed to gain love, approval, and acceptance as a codependent or emotionally dependent person? Or are you a vulnerable, covert narcissist? Given the narcissists and flying monkeys in your life tell you that something is wrong with you, it would actually be unusual for you not to ask yourself this question. When I used to struggle with this question, I used to ask myself 9 questions to give me the answer. Number 1, do you have a strong sense of self? Do you know who you are? Number 2, are you empathic? Do you feel and understand what others are feeling? Number 3, do you tell the truth? Are you willing to own your mistakes? Number 4, do you have inner strength? Number 5, do you have self-restraint? Number 6, are you self-reflective? Number 7, do you use self-reflection to get to know yourself better? Number 8, are you committed to personal growth? And number 9, are you self-responsible? Do you take responsibility for your own actions? A narcissist would not ask themselves these questions honestly. They believe they are their idealized self and that everyone else in the world is the problem. If you answered yes to many of these questions, you are not the covert or vulnerable narcissist. As I grew and evolved in my own healing, I added 3 additional questions to bring clarity to this issue of whether or not you are the covert, vulnerable narcissist. First, do you speak to throw someone under the bus or to stand in the truth? I used to not understand the difference. In fact, I didn't understand the difference until I was in my 40s. The truth was often so horrible that I thought sharing it was throwing someone under the bus. Not true. Throwing someone under the bus is for the purpose of harming them, for the purpose of making them look bad. That is the intent. Speaking the truth, on the other hand, is for the purpose of providing clarity and healing for all. The intent is to bring goodness to the world. Here's an example. A victim shares their experience with family and friends as a way of processing out loud, asking for and receiving support, and bringing clarity to those involved. A covert or vulnerable narcissist, on the other hand, shares their false narrative with friends and family as a way of getting out ahead of you, the victim, controlling the narrative, and preserving their made-up version of reality. The second additional question, are you stuck in victim mode? I get it. It's tough not to feel like a victim, especially when someone continues to victimize you, either in day-to-day life, in court, or in the court of public opinion. And if it goes on for long enough, your identity becomes one of a victim. It can be hard not to let that go. Yet if you're able to let it go, to see the silver lining in your experience, you're not the covert, vulnerable narcissist. They will not let go of their victim story. The third additional question is, are you able to experience another's joy? Many vulnerable narcissists believe they are empathic because they can experience another person's pain. This is subconsciously predatory. It's to their advantage when someone else is in pain or distress. It's not that they understand what the other person is feeling. A vulnerable, covert narcissist will not truly feel another person's joy. When another person has massive success at work, lands the dream job, starts dating their ideal partner, buys a flashy car, or buys their dream home, the covert narcissist feels jealous and diminished. They will respond with subtle sabotage, subtle passive-aggressive put-downs, illness, even injury to bring that person down. If you feel genuine excitement and happiness for another's good fortune or success, you are not a covert, vulnerable narcissist. So this very painful question is truly a gift. It's shining a spotlight on the areas of yourself yet to be healed. If you complete step 3 on the 5-step process from narcissist victim to anti-fragile narcissist survivor, you'll sit with the pain of this question for the rest of your life. But when you complete steps 4 and 5, the pain and agony of this question completely disappear. I help people with steps 1, 4, and 5. If you want to see where you're at, download my free guide at narclesslife.com. And if you resonate with this video, if you resonate with this message, type "I am not the narcissist" in the comments. Then like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. I'm Dr. Melissa, and I'll see you in the next video.